Yo, what up, man? I just sent Sean a message, and I was like, hey, if you want to start a space or whatever, I'm not sure if he is, so I sent him an invite to this one.
Hey, what's up, man? Hey, sorry, I was just on another page. You sent a message to who?
Ariel, he was one of the co-hosts from the last space.
Oh, right, yeah. Uh, yeah. I mean, I don't know. Maybe he'll just start his own. I hope like one of those guys to do, or just hop into this one, whatever works.
Yeah, whatever's easier. I was gonna ask Crow before he went, or I guess before the space ended. I don't know if you ever heard of that one dude that built his own pyramid and was pulling water up from the ground, and he had to make like a whole I'm forgetting the word right now, but he had to make like a whole like trench basically around his house because it was pulling up so much water or around the pyramid.
No way, I don't remember that. Where was that?
I'll have to pull up some links, but with that in mind, because he'd mentioned like a triangle or a pizza. Yeah, it really doesn't matter like 3D or the scale. I forget. It has to be like facing north and at like maybe like 30 degrees or 33. I'll have to get the exacts, but yeah, I heard a whole thing on it and I was perplexed to say the least.
You know, I was thinking of that guy. I haven't seen him in a while. I don't know what happened to him, but he was like pulling like water out of the air, essentially. You remember that guy? Um,
I can't remember the name, but I know exactly what you're talking about.
I think I saw him on Instagram like a long time ago or something, but I can't remember what his name was or anything. People were like, "Protect this man," but I don't know what ever happened to that dude.
See, I feel like in more recent times, anyone that does come out with like those technologies that aren't really trying to be like publicly recognized for it, like the big companies or let's say like big oil will catch word of like a water powered engine or whatever and just straight up buy the dude out and like make him sign an NDA. So like he's paid for life and then no one else is gonna get it and they obviously just won't use it.
Yeah, I mean, I think you just gotta like shut the fuck up if you have like some kind of new invention. Like I wouldn't be broadcasting that shit. Although this guy was like a wasn't he like a firefighter or something? But I think he was had some kind of job like that.
I do know for a fact one of the people killed in that mall shooting. I believe it might have been in New York potentially, but the one dude that was like a casualty of it was a dude that was coming out like publicly saying he had like free energy stuff. So I'd say coincidence at the very least that that dude was a casualty.
Yeah, I don't. I know who you're talking about, but I just gotta. I mean, I think he was just using regular old like free energy patents you can just find online that anyone can use.
Yeah, I definitely. I would say all the schematics and stuff are out there, but it definitely takes like a bright mind to. Like, I could like read that stuff, but I'm not. I can't just freaking read the schematics and then go out to like Home Depot. I mean, I could, but like I'm not at that level yet.
Not it's a good point. Yeah, yeah. There's no way. I can barely put a computer together, and like that's computers are like puzzles. You can't really put the wrong things in the wrong places, you know. So it's, if you can barely do that, then like yeah. Hey Josh, what were you talking about in that last space?
We were talking about Unity, like the well, that's at least what I was talking about was Unity. That what's it called? Rick and Morty episode.
You know, I saw like every episode of Rick and Morty in like the span of like a week, but I don't like remember like any of them.
Really? Okay, yeah. So there was this one episode where they're on this planet, and there's a bunch of these parasites that basically are attached to each other, and they can all basically hear one another's thoughts. And basically, um, Rick is like super horny. He just wants to fuck like everybody like on the planet, so he fucks Unity and he gets married to her. But basically, he's in love with an entire consciousness, kind of. And it's funny and it has a funny take to it, but there is some truth to it, like how we're all connected in some sort of way, how we all can kind of hear one another's thoughts if we really want to tune into it. It's that concept. It's getting into that frequency, if you understand what I'm saying. Yeah, it's a weird concept, but if you really like it, you really have to think outside the box. You really do.
That's what like. I think I watched that show like way too fast because like they tackle some like advanced like ideas, but kind of like really kind of dumb it down, you know. But there's like a lot of like really smart shit on that show. But yeah, I just watched it like too fast. I think you know. I don't really I didn't have time to like sit and think about it after each episode or
Absolutely. Absolutely. Especially when there's a little bit of weed involved and you like to sit that back and like kind of view stuff like kind of like what I do. Yeah, it becomes like that. Or even if you have like a drink or something, you're watching the show or you're occupied with a lady friend or something, Netflix and chill, whatever. But at the end of the day, yeah, unity. That thing, it's real. I think how we are a collective consciousness in some type of way. Like we can kind of hear each other's thoughts, and I think how like emotional intelligence has to come into play in some sort of way. Because the reason why I say that is because emotional intelligence. I don't know if you've ever looked into like another person's eyes and you just immediately could tell if that person is intelligent or not. Yeah, it is a little bit, judgy, but at the end of the day, if you and that person are going to click or you're not going to click. If they understand you, if they don't understand you. It's that concept. It is that exact concept that makes us kind of connect with one another. And Scar, you can go ahead.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more, Josh. For sure, the eyes are the window to the soul. So I feel like I can get like a even I guess like even like intelligent or like good or bad. I can get like a decent read off of someone just by like a couple second glance into their eyes to their soul. So then, kind of it was a topic on the last space. I didn't know exactly what the guy was referencing, but he had mentioned to as far as my understanding, he had mentioned electroculture, which is where you would put like a rod or sorry a piece of wood in the ground with copper wrapped up to the top, and that would help yield in your garden like more bigger things and just more growth all around. And the evidence I have to back that up, at least I know one of like the record setting, I don't know if it's the current record anymore, but one of the record setting big pumpkins, the ones that grow like freaking hundreds of pounds, was grown using that, or at least one of them were. So
You said it was a pumpkin? Sorry.
yes, sir, yeah, one of those like 300 or whatever pound pumpkins that are like bigger than the people growing them.
Oh, wow. Taking me back to like Halloween right now, just thinking about pumpkins. Now I want a pumpkin pie. But yeah, it's a unique concept. I have I don't really know what to say to that, but yeah, it's cool. I have a very particular theory, at least lately, and I really need to get this off my plate. It's the simulation theory. I really do believe that in some type of way we are some type of AI sentient or whatever it is, where we're very intelligent beings that uh, pick up things very quickly and everything. Okay, let me get into my notes. Simulation theory, right? Okay, so the simulation theory is a concept in philosophy and science that suggests our reality may be a simulated or a virtual reality created by a more advanced civilization or higher beings. According to this theory, everything we experience, including our thoughts, emotions, and physical reality, could be a simulated computer like system. Proponents of simulation theory argue that if a civilization were to reach a level of technological sophistication capable of creating realistic simulations, It is likely that they would create many such simulations. Therefore, the argument goes, the probability of us living in a base reality is relatively low in comparison to the probability of living in a simulated reality. However, simulation theory raises various philosophical and scientific questions, including the nature of consciousness, the extent of free will, and the purpose of our motives. Hypothetical creators of the simulation hypothesize that while it remains a theoretical conception, simulation theory has gained attention and sparked debates among scientists, philosophers, and futurists. Sorry. These are people that kind of project things that are going to be coming or to fruition. Um, it is important to note that the simulation theory is still a speculative idea without empirical evidence. It serves as a thought experiment that challenges our understanding of reality and raises intriguing questions about the nature of our existence. Now, the big question I'm going to leave you with is how likely we live as one, right? How likely is that? The likelihood of us living in a simulation according to a simulation theory is a subject of debate. While proponents argue that it is chosen based on advancements of technology and potential motivations of more advanced civilizations, there is currently not enough proof or evidence to conclude this theory, unless you really want to just think outside the box. Therefore, we just leave it up to, philosophy and science and exploration for now. But, you know, it's always a big question. Do you or do you not believe we are in a simulation? If so, I believe that we are all connected in some type of way.
Hey, hold on. Was that like a was that something that you were writing or like your notes?
Yeah, yeah. There's a couple questions and stuff in my notes, yeah.
Sweet. I mean, I don't know. I
Yeah,
guess it doesn't.
I was sorry, Logan. Yeah, I would say I was listening close. I was trying to I was agreeing with like everything you said. Basically, I wasn't looking for something to disagree with, but I was just trying to make sure I was keeping caught up. You know.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. I just got a lot of questions. I have a lot of stuff in my notes. If I really want to dive into it, I like to think outside the box. Philosophy is right up my alley. So um, it is something that is very close to me. And I try to live true to it, but of course, we're humans and we make mistakes and we learn from them. So that's the main thing. That's the human experience. Learn from your mistakes. Do not repeat them. Otherwise, you're going to get stuck in what we call cycles. And they're going to teach you lessons very quickly. So there's that.
Yeah, for sure. Learn from other people's like mistakes and experience. Just because something crazy happened to someone else doing something doesn't mean you have to go do the same thing they did just to believe that. Yeah, I mean, live through other people's experiences and definitely take what you can as far as like information wise and all that.
Yeah, they say seeing is believing, but sometimes you just got to put your faith in something that ain't there. I mean, isn't that kind of the concept of God? We put our faith in something that ain't there, right? So there's that. Like, okay, I'm just gonna say hypothetically, because everything we talk about can just be hypothetically speaking. But Jesus, the biggest question of the world, the guy that came and conquered it all, and convinced everybody that this is the way to live. But is it really? Or is he really just an alien? I mean, there's the lost years of Jesus when he was, between the ages of 10 to like 30 or something. And apparently he went to Tibet. He learned about Buddhism. And Buddhism is actually a very interesting religion. if you even want to call it that, because it really is a way of life. It's not really a religion. I really don't believe it is. Um, just to be at one with everything, you know, everything is connected. It's very broad to even think about that our atoms are all connected in some sort of way. And I don't even know how to explain Buddhism, but it is very, very, very different religion from the rest of them because they don't believe in a per se God. It's more like everything is God. You are a living, breathing God in a way.
Yeah, we're all part of it. Oh, here comes Nasir. You kind of reminded me of something. There's this cool like, have you ever seen that movie? It's called The Man from Earth. You ever heard of it?
Yeah, I think I've heard of it. I don't think I've watched it though.
So like it's about this like it's by the guy who invented Star Trek. He wrote this movie called The Man from Earth, and it's about this guy in uh with a caveman, but he never died for whatever reason. He hit like whatever, like 30, 40, something like that, and just stopped aging or whatever. And he kind of just the movie's about like it's him like the setting's like some like a fireplace, you know, in a house or whatever. He's telling his like story to like a bunch of people he's about to say goodbye to because he has to like leave every like 10 years or so when people start to notice he doesn't age. But there's like this like 60-second like clip of him like kind of talking about like his whole idea. Like that dude like in the last space he was like when he said that like God is still like Jesus is still alive today, I found it like really? You still think he's like alive today? Really? I mean, like, wow, maybe he could be, I guess. But it can make me think of this guy exactly.
Hit us with the short form.
Guy met the Buddha, liked what he heard, thought about it for a while. Say 500 years while he returned to the Mediterranean. Became Etruscan, seeped into the Roman Empire. He didn't like what they became, a giant killing machine. He went to the Near East thinking, why not pass the Buddha's teachings on in a modern form? So he tried. One dissident against Rome. Rome won. The rest is history. Sort of. A lot of fairy tales mixed in.
He's saying he was Christ.
Oh, no. That's the medal they pinned on Jesus to fulfill prophecy. The crucifixion. He blocked the pain, as he had learned to do in Tibet and India. He also learned to slow his body processes down to the point where they were undetectable. They thought he was dead. So his followers pulled him from the cross, placed him in a cave. His body normalized as he had trained it to. He attempted to go away undetected, and some devotees were standing watch. Tried to explain. They were ecstatic. Thus I was resurrected, and I ascended to Central Europe to get away as far as possible.
Let me see your wrists.
They don't scar. Besides, they tied me. But nails and blood make better religious art.
All the speculations about Jesus. He was black, he was Asian, he was a blue-eyed Aryan with a golden beard and hair straight out of an Al Sassoon's. He was a benevolent alien. He never existed at all. Now he's a caveman.
Yeah, it just had like a really interesting take on that whole story. Kind of reminded me of what that guy was saying. Some dude that's just like still alive. Anyway, go ahead. Was it nice? I don't know whose hand that is. Is that you, Scars? What's up?
Yeah, yes, sir. Sorry. Um, yeah, I didn't hear who the first person you referenced, but it was about the person that was like, um, I don't know, just never died. It reminded me of the what is it, the Count Saint Germain, which was, I don't know if he was actually like a vampire or whatever, but this dude was around. He was at like parties, and then people would be like, "Oh, you must be his son or whatever," because the dude hasn't aged like a bit. And he's like, "Nope, it's me," and would like recall something from like the parties they were at and stuff. But yeah, Count Saint Germain.
Oh yeah, that's like they think that's like Dracula or whatever. People think he's like a real dude that exists. You think he really does exist? Count Saint Germain?
I'm gonna say at a point in time for sure, but just the lack of hearing from them or hearing of them or what do you like, like I'm referencing stories being told now or like or back then, like now there's no like recent ones of that. So if he was around, definitely not anymore, I don't think.
Yeah, I had to like figure out how to unmic. Sorry. I don't know, like the dude we were just listening to, like the way he kind of avoided detection was he just moved like every 10 years. People started to notice he didn't age, you know? I mean, why couldn't someone just do that today, right? I don't see why not.
Yeah, I forgot to add the Count Saint Germain dude had like an extensive history knowledge, spoke like 5, 6 languages. It definitely gave the vibe of this dude's been here for maybe a couple lifetimes or something.
I got some funny like messages like during that space. So this guy was saying I asked Crow at a certain point I just about like the soul and like he thinks it's like just cognition and somebody sent me a message saying cognition has to do with something in the brain. The soul and what you were referring to is not the brain. This guy doesn't know what he's talking about. It's going to take a day for me to get my hand picked at this point. Blah blah blah. Okay, hold on. I thought he had something valuable to say. Uh, oh Jesus Christ! The double slit experiment collapse, having to do with Jesus Christ immortal situation. Way to go. Meanwhile, an AI researcher who is not actually an AI engineer is trying to educate somebody who's 72 years old who actually worked on electric technology. That's what I'm talking about. That kind of crap. I love this guy's so fun. He has a funny, like, negative take on the world.
Yeah, that's my only thing I'll add in. Yeah, he was definitely like negative Nancying, like whatever you told him, he'd be like, "Oh, that's your opinion, blah blah blah." But then whatever he stood on was, I guess, facts and rights. I don't know. That always frustrates me. I'm always open to hearing like everyone out, but don't tell someone they're wrong or opinionated if they're disagreeing with you, especially like that circumstance.
Hey, go ahead, Nasir.
Thank you very much, Logan. I think I remember the conversation you had with Crow the other day, and I was present on that day. But well, sorry for not greeting you guys, so please excuse my manners. I think we need to keep Crow around and need to show him the truth of what it is because I feel as if Crow might find himself in a position whereby he would end up programming these things for us and he'll program it his own way if we don't show him the right way. And that is my biggest fear, honestly. Secondly, also, Mr. Logan mentioned something about electricity and some of these spiritual beings. And I would like to ask a question. Have you done any research or heard about anything about jinns? Thank you very much.
Yeah, you mean DJINN Jin, like from the Middle East? Yeah, those
Yes,
are I love
sir.
those guys.
Those entities. Well,
Yeah, I saw this video.
well, the,
I was just saying, I saw this video in the Middle East where like these guys captured like a jinn on camera. It was just like fire kind of coming out of nowhere, just in the air.
yeah, they are said to be made by fire, which translates to electricity because they are able to enter the human body and move around freely without any hindrance. And I feel as if they do that in an electrical form because it goes to our heart, goes to our brain, and the rest of our bodies. So, I haven't done anything concrete on it, but I'm just painting it here should in case you come across it and then you might end up getting more knowledge about it. And one day you definitely give it to us here. Thank you very much.
Yeah, I don't know too much Nasir about the gins, but I know there was 72 of them, which is nine, and there's a lot of stuff. Or it was mentioned the last slide, but there's like a lot of stuff as far as like adding up to nine or just being like a cycle of nine, like 9 months in pregnancy, and but yeah, so that's always significant to me when you said the gins.
Yes, sir. And nine, when you break it down into three pieces, is you can get your 6 6. And then sorry, and other things go into it also, which is this Rhodium coil design that goes into different parts, and it does a lot of magnetic great things. Haven't delved down into it, but for some reason I find out it's all connected, and I still haven't connected all the dots, but it's very interesting. I think you should do a bit of research about these genes, and it will also bring up a few things about UFOs, and you begin to understand a few things that have been lined up in this world. And according to the theology that talks about genes, it is said that they have been here long before the humans came, which explains some of the knowledge and some of the societies that have gone down, such as Atlantis. They had some sort of technology that we still haven't had today. So it's very interesting to me, and I just wanted to put that out, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very much for listening to me. I was still here.
You should be like the voice of like a djinn. That would be amazing.
Logan, please give me a voice gig, and I'll do it, because a lot of people have been telling me about this, and I haven't really had the opportunity to make good use of this talent. But if you can be my manager, big man, I would love to work with you, and then we'll talk about how we started it on this space, and then it took off from there. Maybe like a Morgan Freeman type thing.
Yeah, man, we should do that. That would be dope. There's a group of you know what? That's actually a good point. I need to add you to this group I have of like I call them the Extraordinary League of Deep Voice Gentlemen, and it's just like an idea I had like a year ago. I've been trying to get all these guys together that have like these amazing deep voices into like a space just to, I don't know, talk about anything. But I seem to be like there's always like a scheduling conflict or something. I don't know, but I'm gonna add you to that group, see if we can get it going.
Yes, sir. And there was this UK rapper that said Logan came in with that brand new hit we haven't heard before. Boom! That's you, my man.
Nasir, Jen Nasir. Done. Okay, I added you to this group. Do you see it?
Yes, sir. It's so good to be here.
Oh damn, I haven't been paying attention to this very well. But yeah, I would still like want to do something. There's like all these men in this group, all have amazing voices. Um, okay.
You're opening up an X-Men house full of men that make voices. That's a powerhouse, big man.
Yeah, man, I wonder. Two of the people on that list, Chupacabra and Sean. I think I could get them to like probably do a space tomorrow. Get you in there, and then probably can get Uncanny in there. Anyway, we'll have to do that for sure. Hey, um, your name's Logan too, Scars.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Chee, my man.
Yeah, I'm not a real Logan. This is just like a name I go by online, you know, or whatever. I mean, it is the name I go by like in real life too, but it's not like my birth name or whatever, you know.
You're welcome, sir. We got two Logans now. The House of Logan.
Yeah, even when I went to school, I think like I don't know, compared to some people, my school wasn't like that big, but I've heard of like way smaller schools. I think I had like maybe a graduating class of like 14 or 1500, and uh point being, me and then there was someone like two grades below me out of the whole like at least school that I knew named Logan. So I definitely like the name.
It sounds hard, bro.
You're lucky. I had like 9 Joshes in one classroom at my Catholic high school, so Yeah, there's that. We had to go by like 3 initials. It was that bad. So yeah, cut
I just
yourself.
invited another Logan Arno. He's a pretty chill dude, so that we can get more Logans in here, more the merrier.
House of Logan.
All right, that's it. I can't take it. I have to if I give you like a script of like something to read right now, like would you read it? Like I'm gonna like make a script for like I don't know, something like a Jin would say, you know?
Yeah, give it to me, sir. I'm excited already.
That would actually be kind of cool. Logan, what you were saying about Jesus actually earlier, and saying how someone was saying in the previous space how he still is living or still lives on. I think it's true in a sense. And the reason why I say that is because he lives in our thoughts. Everybody's constantly thinking about him, or at least one person is. So, in one way, because we're connected in a certain consciousness, he lives on in our thoughts. So, we kind of base our morality and our judgment based on what he has done, in a way, if that makes sense. But yeah, that's how I think he lives on. That's how Jesus is still relevant or prevalent, right? So there's that. But yeah, get to that script.
Okay, I just finished it. uh okay, yeah, this is good. This is really good. Um actually it's kind of educational as well. But yeah, I mean like I don't know. Do you want to be remembered? Like me personally, like I really have no interest in that. I don't care about that whole thing. But like yeah, I mean immortality. It's all about like you know remember like Brad Pitt in Troy. He'd be like trying to like always be remembered, right? It's just like most important thing. Sorry, I'm sending this to you now. Nasir.
Yeah, I'm gonna
Okay.
stick around until Nasir does a script, and I'm probably gonna get some sleep. I it's like 6:30 by me a.m. and I did like a night shift, but so go ahead, Nasir.
And Nasir, do you see the scripts in the
Yes,
group chat?
sir. I'm reading it right now. I just want to read it like twice before I give it to you.
Okay, yeah, very very good.
Yes, sir.
But yeah, I don't think Jesus is hanging around today like in physical form, which is I don't know. Like he seemed like a really smart guy, but he said like his sister convinced him that Jesus is still like around, living today. Like I don't know. I don't know how he made that leap. I wish I knew what his sister told him. This other guy, that one guy was saying how the word in the beginning there was like the word or whatever, but that's just like a mistranslation. It really he was saying that it's actually there was the will of God, but like that translation is for like the word logos, right? And it's like a Greek word, means like reason or like intelligence or something. Uh, this Greek person sent me a message saying it come it's the word logic. It comes from the word logos or whatever that's worth. Actually, it had me there's this clip right here. Let's check it out.
Imagine everything you've been taught, whether it's through Sunday school or through regular formal education in school, or what our political leaders have told us. And yes, even maybe our mothers and fathers around the dinner table have told us, or maybe at bedtime, about who we are, right? And our background and our past. What if all of that turned out to be not entirely accurate? In fact, the very history of our species, the meaning, what it means to be a human being and our place in this universe. What if all that is now in question? What if it turns out that a lot of the things that we thought were one way aren't?
I thought he was gonna talk about like what it means to be human. I guess he kind of touched on it.
I think he touched on it, but he didn't get too deep about it. But Logan, you ever heard of the God of Spinoza?
No,
You haven't, really?
the God Espinosa.
The God that actually Elon Musk believes in. And it's not an entirely new concept. It's actually from like the 17th century. I can't believe you haven't heard of it. Okay, so the God of Spinoza refers to this guy named what the fuck is his name? Baruch Spinoza, a Dutch philosopher of the 17th century. Spinoza's concept of God is unique and deviates from traditional religious views. According to Spinoza, God is not a personal being with human-like attributes, but rather an impersonal and infinite substance that encompasses everything in the universe. That's like the basic definition of it. But I can keep going if you want. Um,
Yeah.
okay. So, in Spinoza's philosophy, God is synopsis with nature or the laws that govern the universe. God is not separate from the world, but rather the underlying essence that persists in all things. The view that suggests that everything is in existence is manifested of God's essence is that Spinoza's God is not a being that intervenes in the affairs of humans or has personal desires or intentions. Instead, this concept of God is the ultimate cause of everything that happens in the universe, including both natural events and human actions. The actions of individuals are seen as expressions of God's power and determinism. Spinoza's concept of God also emphasizes the unity and interconnectivity of all things. According to him, everything in the universe is interconnected and part of a single system, governed by the laws of nature. Humans are not entirely separate entities, like I said, collective consciousness, but rather integral parts of the whole, the larger whole, if that makes sense. Overall, the God of Spinoza represents a departure of traditional religions, the concepts of a personal God, and offers a philosophical understanding of the universe as an interconnected system. Spinoza's ideas have had a significant influence on the development of modern philosophy and continue to provoke discussion and debate among scholars to this day. That's the very basic definition of Spinoza. But yeah, it's an interesting view. It's kind of similar to, I guess, Buddhism, if you really want to think about it. Where everything is kind of connected in a way, right? So there's that.
I was thinking about that earlier. You said like Buddhism is like different from every other religion, right? It's because that like in that religion, like you're the god, and it's not some other deity you're worshiping.
Basically, it's like everything is God. Everything is God. Everything. And I'm not joking. Everything. You touch something, it's God. You are God. Your thoughts, everything, your subconscious, your conscious, the person you talk to, your speech, the atoms in your body, electrons, etc. Right?
Yeah, I think there's like a solid chance that like there's like something to that.
Honestly, I like to think of myself as like some sort of demigod, and it makes me feel good. So that's the way I look at life. That I'm some sort of demigod that can control my outcome. You are the main character to your own story. You got to do main character shit and not look back. Never regret anything. Instead, keep looking forward.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of people are not even like the main characters in their own lives.
That's a fact.
Hey, so how's that script coming along? Did you ready to read it yet?
Yes, let me fire up my screen recorder because I need to hear this too. Okay, Soul, are you ready? Hello?
Oh yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah, hold on. I want to record it too. But yeah, go ahead.
Okay, just tell me when you're ready, sir.
Oh yeah, I'm ready now. Go ahead.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, I've just read this twice, but you're going to enjoy it, I hope. So here goes Logan's story. Ah, mortals, you stand before me, your eyes brimming with questions, your hearts pounding with ancient tales you've heard of my kind. Yes, I am a jinn, a being of smokeless fire, born from the breath of the wind and the whispers of the desert. You see, unlike you, bound by constraints of flesh and time, we jinns are creatures of freedom, of raw elemental power. Our existence is a tapestry woven in the threads of the cosmos, intertwined with the stars and the endless void. You might have heard tales of wishes granted and fortunes reversed. Yes, we wield power that you may seem godlike, manipulating the very fabric of reality to our whims. But heed this, mortals, with great power comes a labyrinth of consequences. Each wish we grant is a ripple through the ponds of existence, altering the path in ways unseen. Our world is not like yours. We dwell in spaces between, in shadowed corners where the lights of your reality grows dim. We dance in the winds of the Sahara. We whisper in the flames of ancient fires, and we roam in the realms you cannot fathom. But do not be mistaken. Freedom is not without its chains. We are bound by ancient laws, cosmic edicts, written in stars by forces even we do not fully understand. Some of us are shackled to lamps and rings, confined to the will of sorcerers. Our fates intertwined to the whims of. Sorry, I got that wrong, intertwined with the whims of those who summon us. You ask what it is to be a jinn? It is to be powerful, yet restrained, free yet bound, and being both awe and isolation. We have witnessed empires rise and fall, seen the secrets of the universe unfold, yet we remain apart. Observers of the world we cannot touch, but never truly be a part of. So, mortals, as you stand before me, pondering your wishes and dreams, remember the tales you have heard. Each word you speak, each desire you utter is a step into a dance with forces beyond your comprehension. Now, speak your wishes if you dare, and let the tapestry of faith reveal its new patterns. But beware, for in the world of the jinn, all is not as it seems, and every wish comes with a price. Thank you.
Yo, that whole thing resonated with me too hard. That is amazing.
Thank you, thank you, thank you, Mr. Logan.
No, that wasn't me. That was. Oh wait, no, I'm sorry. That was Logan. My bad.
So sorry. On that note, then I'll let Tule go. On that note, I'm gonna bid y'all a good morning and all that. I'm gonna rest up and then hopefully talk to y'all on the flip side and hopefully get into space with y'all again. So much love to
Brother.
y'all.
It's a pleasure.
Peace, brother Logan. Be well. Oh yeah, that was amazing, man. I got like chills from that speech. It was powerful. Hey, Tula, what did you think about it?
That was pretty cool. And two Logans can occupy the same space at the same time. Got a question for you, Logan. That documentary that you were playing yesterday that was annoying the hell out of Taylor, uh, can you send me that link? There was some, I think it sounded like a UFO conference or something like that. Um,
Yeah.
George Knapp was on there. Some dude talking about the Akashic Records and talking about reptilians, and that was just driving Taylor up the wall. But the
That was
shit,
so good. I listened to it played back.
yeah, the shit he was saying though, I was like, oh my God, that makes so much sense, especially the part where the one guy was talking about the reptilians and it, how they need a consensus on the planet. And he made a really good point of trying to get an unanimous vote of what 7-8 billion people on the planet. And then my brain had an orgasm, like an epiphany. And I thought the only thing I can think of was the Georgia Guidestones, the reasoning why they want to reduce the world's population. And what he was saying was, hitting that mark. I'm like, oh my God, that theoretically, I take it all with a grain of salt, but theoretically, that could have been. I thought it was really fascinating.
You cut out there at the end. I don't know. You said like
Oh,
theoretically.
oh yeah, it was what he was saying was theoretically possible. I ended the conversation. I landed the plane. But yeah, if you can send me that link, it was it a YouTube video or what was it?
Yeah, it was just a YouTube video. It's called Real Earth History You Haven't Been Told. And it's just something oh fuck Logan, you just fucking missed the other Logan. Damn. I'm sorry, man. But yeah, it's just some video I clicked on to like save to watch later on YouTube, I just never got around to it. And then when I fell asleep last night, I must have like, I don't know, hit some button that like started playing through like my YouTube list somehow. And like I guess it was stuff was just playing all night or something. I don't know.
What the fuck's going on here? I got a snowplow in the middle of the road. Did he hit something? Oh, I gotta put my foot in.
Yeah, you actually think that like reptilians are real?
Oh yeah, wow. like I said in the past, what I call evidence is not really evidence, but when you come across the same story again and again and again, like when I first heard about it, I heard David Icke talk about it. I'm like, this guy's off his rocker. This guy's nuts. And but once you start looking into that specific topic and looking into ancient history, ancient civilizations, it is one hell of a coincidence. What the
And
heck
let
is
me
this?
add to something you are saying, Mr. Tule.
Yeah.
Um, I feel as if it's a tactic, okay? In order to get a person to convince a certain people, he has to look like he's one of them. So it's a very nice one, and it's a very effective plan that they have going on. We as regular citizens of the world have not caught up to what the whole game plan is. But like Mr. Tule here said, it has been coming up too long, ignored. We have
Yeah.
seen a pattern. So please go on, sir.
Yeah. Like I said, once I looked into it, and I've been to countless museums, and when I come across multiple ancient cultures that have little statues of lizard people, that's one hell of a coincidence how it's in our ancient past and it pops up time and time again. And even in modern times, Florida lizard man. I have a hypothesis on that too. Um, Here and there, we have small encounters of the lizard man, which my theory is an exiled reptilian. That's the only thing that makes logical sense to me. And when you look at the ancient history of inner Earth, like there again, that shows up again and again and again. And especially in the time that we're living in right now, it's hard to take like if I come out with a UFO video that has an alien, people have no idea if that was done by CGI or, AI generated video or you know what I mean? Nowadays, I prophesize that eventually we'll get to a point where any evidence that comes out, even the most hardened believer will be, I don't know, they'll be extremely skeptical. So in the past, it was the same way, but it was less. There was less of it with people's interactions, if you know what I mean.
You feel as if they are trying to blind the lines between the actual reality and fiction. And yeah, it makes sense. What AI has done today has made people deny all sorts of things.
Yeah, I use that as a good example. Like the alien interview uh, video footage. Everyone here in this room could have seen that video and go, "Oh, whoever made that did a really good job." But not knowing, like, this is the real deal, this is the real thing type thing. And same with that photo Logan posted the other day of the red-eyed alien. That has occurred time and time again. I've always said that there was more than one type of gray. There's probably about four or five of them from being with MUFON over the years. You get to you see the numbers in these stories and these encounters for people around the world type thing. Like I've used that as a very good analogy. If one guy comes into this space right now and starts talking about Bigfoot, and none of us have ever heard of Bigfoot, chances are not one of us in this room are going to believe that guy because we have no contents, no nothing. I always say be wary of one story. Now, but when you have multiple stories corroborating the same thing throughout time, don't get me wrong, the lies can be perpetuated, but that's what I can sink my teeth into is where these stories that compound over throughout time, sort of thing. And it's a matter of weeding out this nest of hay, looking for that needle, going, oh, there's one that makes sense, and there's one that makes sense. And there's one that makes sense, so to speak.
When they align, we see a pattern. Fact. You know what pains me the most? It's not the fact that they're keeping it a secret. It's that they're keeping all those fancy technologies for themselves. Come on, I could be in a hover car by now. Give me something.
Well, it's funny the conspiracy theory about the cabal, the Illuminati, the actors and actresses that you see with these satanic symbols and whatnot. Well, they are part of a secret society, and they think they're in the know, and yet they're just another level on that pyramid. They're nowhere near the top. They think they are. They think they are in with the elites, and but when shit hits the fan, they're gonna realize where they are on that pyramid. And they're, as far as I'm concerned, they're basically at the ground level like we all are.
Very expensive.
Yeah, they look out for themselves and they give you the illusion like, oh, here's some knowledge, join our group type thing. And meanwhile, the creators of that secret society couldn't care less about them whatsoever. And I find it kind of humorous that these world elite thinking that they're in the know. You know what I mean? Meanwhile, they don't know their own ass from a hole in the ground. Like I've done a lot in my life over the years, and I don't know what I've done, but somehow I've conditioned myself not to give a fuck anymore. That's a layman way of putting it. Keeping stress uh, out of my life
I
as
don't blame
much
you
as I can.
for keeping your
Yeah.
blood pressure on a nice level.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm trying to find that spot in that episode you were talking about, but it's like 3 hours. I'm having trouble finding it.
Oh, no worries. Just send me the link. I'd rather, yeah, I'd rather listen to the whole damn thing while I'm working away today. Like I said, listening to George Knapp, I was like, oh, fuck. And then I got disconnected and then came back and then I heard that. And it was lunchtime and I heard Taylor, no kid, wake up. Shut this shit off. This is stupid. I was dying laughing. I knew that would get her. But like I said, whoever that guy was that was talking about that, as far as I'm concerned, he was hitting the nail on the head because I heard,
Was it this guy?
some of the information about this was written in 2007, and the information about Nibiru is not quite correct in terms
yes,
of orbit and the
yeah, that
timing.
guy. Yeah.
Okay.
And Dolores Cannon says the same thing. And like I said, when you first hear these guys, you're like, this guy's insane. But once you've gathered up about as much knowledge as I have over the years on this esoteric topics, you start to notice, like, oh my God, wait a minute, I've heard that before. Oh, I've heard that before. And I've heard that before, type thing, time and time and time again. Not only like from scholars in the field, but from shamans that have never met each other. And trust me, these shamans do not use the internet in any means whatsoever. So it's one hell of a coincidence that when you hear somebody talking like this, it's like, okay, this person's not nuts, in my opinion, as to where somebody else that has no knowledge or ancient history knowledge of what the guy is talking about. You know what I mean? Some, it's like hearing David Icke talk about reptilians for the first time when you've never heard of anything. So it can break somebody's brain really quickly. But yeah, I was giggling to listen to Taylor. It was driving her nuts.
ago, there was a race on one of the planets around the brown dwarf. Now, the term Nibiru is often used for that. Now, Nibiru can refer to the
Need to check with Rebirth. I'm 90% certain they talk about Nibiru in the Emerald Tablets, or no. See, that's the only thing I don't buy on that guy's story. As soon as he mentioned Nibiru, that's one of those things that I'm on the fence about it. Mind you, I flip flop. I thought the moon landing was fake, and then when you see other researchers research into it, you're like, oh, maybe they did go. I flip flop back and forth on that one for a while. I think it was Ali G's interview that really opened me up to it.
Hey, Logan, can you guys hear me? Uh-oh.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Nice.
Oh,
We were
sorry.
actually
I've been talking to
reading
myself this
some.
whole fucking time. Sorry about that.
Please, come on. Let's hear what you said.
Damn, I don't know. Damn, I've been talking for a while. I don't. What did I? Dang. Well, I was gonna say I thought the moon landing was like a fake too, man, or I thought it could be or whatever. Because it doesn't help that they they filmed part of it too. So I guess they did that as a backup probably. But yeah, the whole
I
the
think we
Nibiru
should
thing. Yeah,
we should
I think
give
we should.
credits to Spielberg.
How come Spielberg?
I felt as if he was the kind of guy that would get to direct something like that. Steven Spielberg.
It was Kubrick, wasn't it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Stanley Kubrick. Yeah.
Man. But
Telling
Logan,
you.
what do you think about Mr. Tule? We're reading something when you came, and I really want to know what Logan thinks about it. Logan, please, give him let him have a taste of it too.
What do you get a taste of what? What do you mean?
The little passage we read about the jinn. What do you think about that?
I thought it was pretty. I mean, did you hear it, Tulay?
Yes, I did. I've done quite a bit of research myself into the gins. It's they are quite the history there. Again, there is a lot of history with the gin, and the modern day genie comes from it. Apparently, I'm trying to put a cover over my windshield, and it's not working out too well for me. But And my car is frozen. Closed. Yay. This is not going to work out too well.
I have a lighter. Can I help you with that?
Yeah. Fuck. The doors are frozen shut. And yeah. Third world troubles of Canadians.
You should hear what Nigerians that moved to Canada have to say about this. It's
Yeah,
hilarious.
really. Oh man.
Some of them have never seen snow before, so they
No,
just got
I
dropped.
gotcha. Yeah. Yeah. Hey, now it won't blow away.
Man, I
Hopefully it
didn't see
stays.
snow until I was like 18.
Really?
You're still better than me, bro.
Oh, my hands are so cold.
Yeah, I mean, I lived in California, so I mean, I live like an hour away from the mountains where the snow is. I just never went.
We live in Africa, bro. Do you know what we call cold? -9 degrees. Oh, sorry, +9, not minus. We haven't even gone to the negatives yet.
Wow. I've
Plus,
seen minus, what was it? The coldest day I went to a job site was with the wind chill, -40 Celsius. That is cold, even for a Canadian.
That would have killed me, bro. I'm not designed for it.
Yeah, really. Not too many people are, except for the Inuit. But I've got this blanket or whatever it's fucking called. I throw it over the windshield of my vehicle, and it stops the snow and ice from building up on it. So I just come out and take off this blanket and drive away. It's awesome.
And I heard you can't pour hot water on it because it breaks the glass too.
Yeah.
Oh, shucks.
I'm reading this. This I guess there was
Okay.
Project Unity. I guess they were like in a part of this email chain, and like Dr. Bob McGuire. He said like welcome to Jay Ando's world. If it weren't for his accent and the money of the people backing him, he wouldn't be a thing at all. What a dickhead. That's so rude.
That was so funny yesterday in that space. What did they say? If I'm an asshole? Um, it was Tupa and Red Panda, and everybody was going at each other. I was dying laughing.
Oh yeah, I heard part of that.
Yeah, they were telling
I didn't
dad
hear.
jokes.
Did you listen to the whole thing?
Relatively, yeah. There's
How long
sometimes
was it?
where I don't know. There's sometimes where I'm in spaces and I'm not in spaces, if that makes sense, because my iPhone can run the program in the background. So I'll switch over to YouTube. Meanwhile, I'm in a Twitter space. I can't hear what's going on. It looks like I'm there, but meanwhile, I'm watching a YouTube video while I'm working or something.
I did the same thing.
Yeah.
Dang. In 1999, Australian truck driver Bill Morgan was involved in a serious accident that left him in a coma. Even though doctors said he had no chance of living, he miraculously woke up after 12 days and was completely fine. Feeling lucky for having survived, he went on and bought a scratch lottery ticket. He won a $17,000 car. Normally, winning a car wouldn't have made it to the news, but because of Morgan's accident story, Channel 9 decided to do a feature on the man who was clinically dead and came back to win the lottery. While filming, they asked him to buy a lottery ticket so they could reenact the winning scratch. He happily obliged and started scratching the ticket on
Wins.
camera. He won another 250 grand. How
I've heard
fucking
that
nuts
story
is that?
before. Uh, that was pretty wild. I remember seeing the actual footage of him in the store. It was pretty funny. Oh, I just came up to the counter to buy a ticket just like this, and yeah, he wins again.
Oh yeah, I see
Talk
it right
about,
here.
yeah.
I'm not joking. I just won 250,000.
What?
What stupid luck is that?
That's
Unreal.
crazy. When it rains, it pours, man. You know, yesterday there was there was two moments yesterday where, like, you know how, like, you talk about someone in a space and then, like, they just pop in, but it happened like 2 times yesterday. Once with Kimball and then once with Kumar.
Kumar from Reptilian Space?
Yeah.
No way. That guy is, he irks me the wrong way. I don't know what it is with Kumar.
He does that to everybody.
Yeah. Oh man. He's like, where's the proof? Show me the receipts. Like, what the hell, dude? Oh.
Intro though, he has a good like
here. Do not, if you like whatever the fuck we are doing in here, do not forget to share the space with your mighty followers. You worked really hard to get those followers. Enlighten them with Kumar Spaces. It's very simple. At the bottom right side, you'll see the purple chat icon. Hit it, knock it, smash it, punch it, lick it, suck it, fuck it, and retweet the space. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Sir, can
If
I
you
call
like
you Pedro?
what
Sir, can you hear me?
oh yeah, sorry, go ahead.
Nah, the other voice that was talking. He sounded like a guy I could call Pedro. Hi, Pedro.
Oh yeah, you're right.
Logan, don't tell me that's your voice too.
I wish. That guy has a hilarious voice.
He's a character, man.
Oh, there's another like lottery tale. This like New Jersey dude bought a $5 bottle of orange juice. And his wife said it was too expensive and sent him back to return it because it was on sale for $2.50 elsewhere. So he went back to. So he then decided to buy 2 lottery tickets with the cash refunded from the OJ. He won $315 million. That's a pretty awesome chain of events.
Yeah. You want to see a funny video? Check it out. I thought it was absolutely priceless. The magic table. I don't know if it'll pop up with that, but it starts out with this guy talking about this magic table and talking to a couple of police. He goes, my wife's been missing for a couple of days. He goes, I think she fell on this table. Then he starts describing, he goes, there's days where I leave stuff on this table and it just disappears. So I think my wife fell on the table. And his wife, he's sitting there describing this. There's one female cop and one male cop, and he's explaining the story to the cops. And the male cop's like, you know what? I have one of those tables at home. And the female cop's like, oh my God, you guys are both idiots. And he's like, oh, I tested it one day. I left a bunch of pile of shit on the table. It was stacked 2 feet high.
Stop
The
2
next
feet
day,
high. The next day,
everything disappeared.
everything disappeared.
And meanwhile, it was his wife
And
cleaning up
meanwhile, it was his
behind him.
wife cleaning up behind him.
And then she just got fed up and
And
left
then
him.
she just got fed up and left him.
It was so funny.
It was so funny.
Dude, I'm on this like lottery ticket kick all of a sudden. Like it's just like story after story of like all these dudes just randomly won the lottery out of nowhere, like on camera. What? This man shows up with a lottery ticket worth $258 million just out of nowhere on camera.
What?
What?
Dude, what would you do if you won that kind of money?
To be honest with you, I really
To be
don't
honest with
know.
you, I really don't know.
I'd travel, that's for
I'd
sure.
travel, that's for sure.
Where would you want to go first?
Egypt.
Egypt.
Definitely.
Definitely.
And yes, even
And yes, even
is it in
is it
Nigeria?
in Nigeria?
No.
No.
Where they say the Ark of the
Where they
Covenant
say the
is.
Ark of the
It's
Covenant
in
is.
What do
South
you need in
America.
Nigeria,
What do you
big man?
need in Nigeria?
I'm in Nigeria.
I'm in Nigeria.
No, it's in
It's in
South America somewhere.
Oh,
Where they say the Ark of the Covenant is.
ooh.
Yeah, they say it's in this temple. There's this Hindu fella. I don't think it's in. I can't say Hindu. Um, this priest has been guarding it for centuries. It's all fenced off. Yeah, I wouldn't mind going there too.
The same here. Tag me along.
Yeah.
Mhm.
You know, I
Hey,
like the way this world is designed. The commoners like ourselves, we're out there hustling for food and other daily necessities, while the rich are acquiring relics and stargates and stuff like that. You know, oh God, we're fucked.
We shall rise to the top of the pyramid eventually. That's what happened in the
Hell yeah.
past. That's what happened in the past. Joe Rogan put it the best when he said that. He goes, in the beginning, I think humans were free of ego. They had mind powers, the whole 9 yards, and we built the pyramids and this and that. And then he goes, I just think the dumb people outfuck the smart people. Like, you know what? That does make a lot of sense. I don't do it justice. You got to watch his whole skit. Gotta have tea time before I start working.
is that like code for like smoke weed?
Yep.
I'm rolling up.
Yeah. Hey, how awesome is that? We're getting high with somebody in Nigeria.
Yeah, bro, like this is the time to be alive, man. Imagine I'm in Nigeria in Africa. I've never taken a plane to your side of the world. And here I am chilling with you guys talking about issues from the comforts of my own home. Like, what a time to be alive. You know, I've been online since the dial up days, since the
Yeah.
MSN Messenger on Windows
ICQ.
98 and XP. Yes, high five and stuff. And then look at where I am now. Do you know something? If I told you, I could show you my business account right now. It's on Twitter. I sell minerals. And most of those people that come to buy from me are people I have never seen in my life. But this Chinese dude was one day came to me and he could only say three things in English. Yes, no, and I take it. That's all how we did business. And this guy found me on Twitter. Can you imagine? This oh bro, like I'm so blessed right now. I have no complaints. Like I have a few complaints because I'm human, but bro, if I look at the bigger picture, I'm living the time of my life. No king in
Yep.
history has had this amount of comfort.
Hmm.
Imagine you talking to someone in America and you guys are just chilling like you're in the same room. This is thousands of miles away.
Back
Damn.
then they had shamans to connect to the Akashic records to, or pigeons was the internet. I'm pretty
Oh
old.
yeah.
Back in the day, we had my dad was a ham radio operator, so I talked to
Woo!
people from all over the globe. To me, that's CB radio was like the old internet, where you could like a chat room where you could talk to people around the world. Yeah,
Sorry, man. Wow, like honestly, Elon Musk has done it for me. And I was the first Nigerian to ask him for Starlink on Twitter. And he made Nigeria the first country in Africa that had Starlink. So
that's
there is
awesome.
nothing Elon Musk can do to me today that I will feel annoyed because he has done it for me already.
Yeah.
Mm-mm.
Hey, you and I have that in common, my friend, because I had to get Starlink up here in Canada too, in the Great North.
Yeah.
Our internet just sucked so bad. Now the internet is awesome. And I heard when
Ooh
if there's a
la la.
solar flare, my buddy was telling me, he goes, if there's a solar flare, uh, all of those satellites are been pre-insulated. So when the internet does go down, or if, just say hypothetically that conspiracy theory of the government shutting down the internet, well, Starlink will be still up and running because it's its own independent system, separate from what we know today. I thought that was quite fascinating. I wonder how true that is.
Oh, well, the only problem we have with Starlink here is that when it rains, the cloud covers the signal. But apart from that, the speed is. Musk has done it, man. Musk for president, please. I don't know what you guys have to say about this, but this is my opinion right now.
The way he said right now sounds like you're smoking an indica. That ain't no hybrid.
Red-handed.
Yeah, yeah, dude. Logan, you mentioned that. I was talking to my son about something, and it's happened numerous times now where I jump into a space and the conversation that we were talking just so happens in the space that they were talking about simultaneously. I'm like, what the hell? So it goes along with what you were saying earlier about, talking about somebody, then sure as shit running into them. And I've seen this anomaly with our cell phones, but that makes a logical sense. Remember, I told you about me and my coworker, or how our phones are constantly listening to us, and we were. I was talking about crypto and paranormal stuff, and all of this shit would start coming into his phone because his phone was in the truck while we're working. He goes, man, fucking my phone listening to you now. I got a bunch of fucking paranormal shit and crypto shit. I go, here, let's do a test. we talked about this one specific Simpsons episode just to test our phones on how well they're listening. And within the week, that one specific episode of The Simpsons with the angel in the shopping center where they dig up the angel bones, that showed up in his YouTube feed within the week. But then there's this, to me, that's logical. That's your phone listening to you, it's algorithms, blah, blah, blah. But what you're talking about, Logan, that's something entirely different. We're connecting to the natural internet. You know what I mean? I find it one hell of a coincidence that, that you could be sitting there talking about, I don't know, Zim, prior to coming onto a space, and or Zim talking about Freemasons. And next thing you know, you come onto a space and, oh, look, there's Zim talking about fucking Freemasons. What the hell? You know what I mean? Or this long lost friend that you haven't heard of in years. And then all of a sudden they're in a Twitter space. You're like, oh my God, is that so and so? I was just thinking about you. I've seen that time and time again, not just with uh like Twitter space, like back in the early 90s. Me and my buddies are sitting there in an alleyway getting high and smoking our fucking weed. And, we're having this conversation of so and so, and they come walking around the corner. Hey guys, how's it going? We're like, we were just talking about you. How many times has that happened to people? You know what I mean? So I think there's this weird Akashic record connection, especially when you hear shamans say that we're all connected. You know what I mean? And I find that fascinating. And you hear Christians say that all the time too. They're like, God is everywhere. You're God. He's God. The car is God. But you really don't understand. Like, I've heard that throughout my entire life, and you really don't understand it until one day you're like, wait a minute. Now it makes sense. You know what I mean? I thought that
Mr.
was
Tule,
weird.
honestly, I would do a
Hmm.
lot of things right now to have your level of experience and the things you've seen because sometimes when we hear things in life, we do not really comprehend them at that point in time. But then we go into the world and we experience a few other things, and then it lines up and we begin to see from the perspective of the ones that told us what it is that they really mean. And right now,
Hmm.
when you make those statements, that is what comes to my mind. So I think to myself, what the hell has this man seen in the layers of his life? I would love to download that information and stick it into my young head so I don't make a lot of mistakes. And it's going to save me a lot of trouble. Trust me, experience is priceless. And when you talk, sometimes it just
Yeah.
drops like the other guy, and you say his words just hit the nail on the head every time. Pop, 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 and that's how you go. So please don't stop, Mr. Tule. I'm glad Logan brought you here for me to enjoy because right now I'm feasted. Thank you.
No, thank you, man. And ironically, I say that all the time. That guy hits the nail on the head, or I say that to some of the shit I say. This one one time at band camp. No, I'm kidding. This one time, this chick comes up to me. I don't know how she came up to me. I guess she overheard my conversation with somebody. I was in the middle of explaining the point of life. Next thing you know, I had an audience.
That's big
It
man
was
talking,
quite,
man.
yeah. And by the time I was done, they just sat there with their mouth open. And I'm like, oh, I've seen this before. I've done this at a paranormal conference. And by the time I was finished talking, like, I'm a public speaker. I'm not too articulate, you know. I come across as a smart dumbass, if that makes sense. But by the time I was done talking about the paranormal and my explanation for it, the whole crowd of people were just like in awe.
Wow.
I thought came across being an idiot. I'm like, oh my God, I left everybody speechless. They think I'm stupid. And that's not the case entirely, right?
You left them mind boggled. That's what you did
Yeah.
right there. And
It was
there's this
awesome.
innocence that come with being genuine person. You see, an actual genuine person knows that he doesn't know everything. And
Hmm.
you have this perfect balance in between. I don't know whether over the years you've managed to mold yourself into this well-matured person that knows that, okay, there are some parts I don't know, I'll listen. And then there is this special way you process the information that I really appreciate. So please, don't change anything about yourself, man. I see you. I see
That's
you.
that, that's awesome, man.
I see you.
That's weird that we got a weird connection
Yeah,
there.
man.
But yeah,
Great minds
yeah,
think
you're right.
alike,
You're
they
not.
say. Yeah, I hope we're like great.
Yeah. Yeah.
Uh,
I've heard that from countless people, shamans, religious leaders. They're like, "You're an old soul. You're an old soul." Again and again. I'm like, "Yeah." As a matter of fact, I'm as annoyed as fuck why I'm here again.
you're a diamond, so you're gonna keep being here.
Yeah, I'm like, "Why the fuck am I back here?" And then I hear something all wise. Oh, you need to learn something. Shut up. You've been through the Ferris wheel like I have. God damn it. I gotta put this dirty pair of underwear back on. Why the hell am I here again?
Oh, fuck.
Yeah,
That explains
yeah,
why
it,
sometimes when they give birth to some babies, you hear them, or you rather you see them, frowning their faces. They're like, "Hell, fuck, I'm back."
yeah. Well, just like that documentary Logan was playing yesterday, where they were talking ab- about random shit, and I often thought this. When I heard the guy say it, he says, "Goes, oh, there's tons of people trying to transcend to this new dimension." He goes, "It's impossible. You can't." I'm like, "What?" So that's what I've been trying to do fucking almost my entire life. He goes, "You're already there. You're already one of them. You're already a interdimensional being."
Yeah.
And I'm like, "Wait a minute. Oh, for fuck." It was one of those like self-realizations, if you're familiar with Fight Club, when he realized that he's Tyler Durden. So I put out a post the other a couple days ago. I just come to the self-realization that I'm Tyler Durden.
Yeah. Your kid will be looking at you like, "Dad, you're dad, man. I've known you my whole life."
Yeah. Yeah. It's like not knowing who you are, then realizing who you are in that one day. It was really
Mhm.
weird.
Mhm.
The thing I've been searching for is in front of my face this whole damn time.
Yes, the package has always been there waiting for you to unpack it.
Hmm. That's one of the curses that I have, man, is being able to see the big picture of now I'm actually working, I've already worked on it, the theory of everything, how consciousness, spirituality, UFOs, life, government, all of this crap is connected. And
Yep.
it's just a matter of finding that connection between everything. And I've gotten maybe about 50% connected
And the
in a
owners of
verbal
that,
way.
yeah, and the owners of that entity, or rather that body, would always strive to blur the lines in between. So
Hmm.
we, the general populace, do not connect those dots fully. Take, for instance, now someone was talking about having visual evidence, but we live in the world of AI where AI generates video and pictures. So it makes one skeptical about the evidence that are being presented. Is it real? Is it AI? Is it CG? There's so much to think of, and they make all those things possible. But I feel as if eventually human beings will connect those dots, and then one day it's gonna be a big party. But before that big party, we need to convince each and everyone amongst ourselves that this is what's going on, because that is where the hardest part comes from. Thank you.
Damn.
Care about the outcome.
Yes, did you send me
And
that
that gave
link?
me a lot of freedom from
Oh,
a kind of
perfect.
distant.
Thanks, buddy. I'm gonna check that out.
I think you should just drop it on the Jumbotron so we can also catch the fun. Because if it's a YouTube video, I'm definitely hitting download on it.
Hmm. Here, I'll send it to you.
Boom.
Hey, so you have Starlink out there in Nigeria?
Nah, I'm on fiber network. The fiber gives me better connectivity during raining season, so I like it. And also, I have 20 Mbps minimum, so it's good enough for all my gaming or whatever it is I choose to do online. But a lot of my friends have the Starlink, and I push them to get it. But the fiber works well for me because of where I stay, and there are multiple fiber networks. So, should in case anyone decides to start giving problem, I can easily jump to the next. But honestly,
Okay.
I would like you guys to come to Nigeria. It's not like the picture that it's been painted around the world, like Africa, people walking around with bones in their noses and stuff like that. Nah, like, especially where I live, which is Abuja, the capital of Nigeria. It's a very chilled place. Like, there's nothing you want that you can't have here. If you're a horse person, I take you to the Polo Club, you can knock yourself out there. If you're a car person, we have a lot of car events, supercars, drifts, you name it. If you're an aircraft person, yeah, we can hit the flight club. You name it, we have it. It's not as backward as it has been made to look. This is a very advanced society, very, very advanced, and that is why a lot of our youths are into tech and they're doing well at it. So, thank you.
Eddie Murphy, Coming to America. One of my favorite movies.
Yeah, he's a bad
When I first saw that, I had to look it up. I'm like, Nigeria looks awesome.
guy. African
I've
peace.
always wanted to do that.
Nah, you
Go
should
to
come,
a hotel in Nigeria, wake up really early in the morning. Good morning, my neighbors.
man. Yeah, it would be nice to return the favor.
He did it in New York, and he got, hey, fuck you, man.
Guess what? When you come to Nigeria, I'll take you to Transcorp Hilton, and you go do it there, and I'll put it on tape. It's going to be mad, man. It's going to be mad. I would love to see how that happens. And then you go into the city also, and we behave like that a bit. And we do a video and we drop it online. It's gonna go viral. Nigerians are gonna eat it up and laugh, man. Too late. That's a nice idea.
It'd be awesome.
Okay, we have another Nigerian in the space. He's the guy that just took the mic right now. He and I have been on a couple of spaces. So I think he might have some things to say. Yo, big man, open up the mic.
They'd so know I'm Canadian down there. I'd be so overdressed with my flannel.
No, my cousin is in Toronto right now. And I could, I'll try and hook you guys up through Snapchat. I'm not sure if he's in Nigeria now because it's December, but he schools in Canada, and you guys should definitely link up, man.
That'd be
Yeah,
cool, man. I'm north of Toronto. Not too far.
nice, nice. You guys should link up, man. He'll tell you a lot of things about Nigeria. Also, you get to see his vibe, and you know what to expect when you come here.
It's a good thing he flies back, man. I wish I could do that. My arms would get tired. Dad joke.
But but sir, if I may ask, just being curious, you can choose not to share if you want, please. How old are you? I'm just trying to get a
Uh,
picture of it.
46. Oh, I'm
Ooh.
fully doxxed online. Here, I'll do you a treat. Just Google the username Tool I3. You'll find George Henry Fates.
George Henry. Oh, that sounds like a powerful name, like a former president. George
The
Henry.
sixth.
Henry the Sixth. Ooh.
I come from a long line of Georges, a long line of Freemasons. I'm
Nice.
not a Mason, but yeah.
There's always that one guy.
I work with a charity crypto company, so it kind of requires us to be fully transparent, if you know what I mean. Yeah. So
Yeah.
you can even
Nice.
see my wedding on my Haggard YouTube page that I haven't touched in years.
It
my, my
happens.
very first YouTube video is me rolling the cross joint, watching Pineapple Express.
Wow, that's like 10, 12 years ago.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Yeah,
I
that was
think
the
those.
peak of Boko Haram around here. That was when Boko
Yeah.
Haram was hot. We had this militant group that ended up that said Western education was haram, and they started killing people, you know. But we later realized that it was just a psyop to remove people from that area because of some natural resources, and you know it was really bad. But it ended up lasting for 10 years, man, and it was bloody. It was the first time I was seeing a bomb explode. Like, you know, I didn't see it, but I experienced it in my city. And this was something we never thought was possible. You know, it was something we saw in movies. We never thought the home of peace, as it were, would experience such. And it did. And it was a big eye opener. You know, we had to beef up our security and we realized a lot of loopholes and we blocked them up. And we're back now. We're back fully. But the scars still remain because we have relatives that have gone down, you know, and a lot of the life we had changed because we ended up having curfews. This was a party life we had. We ended up having curfews by 7 or sunset, and it made life very depressing in that region. And even though us here in Abuja didn't experience it much, but we had family that was experiencing it, so we were seeing the pain firsthand, and it was really sad. But I'm glad we got over it, and we're doing great things now. So hurrah!
Nice. Where is.
Mr. John Henry the Sixth of the Great Canadian Kingdom has said before. Hmm. So you have a powerful name.
Damn, you got a powerful voice, bro. We gotta like work on that script. I mean, it's beautifully done, of course, but I mean, we gotta do something better. You're a star, man, with that voice.
Sir, you are my manager. So please point the compass in any direction and I follow. So, ladies and
Is
gentlemen,
there a
as
Hollywood in
signed
Nigeria?
by Logan, we have Kannywood and we have Nollywood. But we have a movie industry and there are two. One
What?
in the
That's kind of
south.
like a Nigerian Bollywood.
Yes, sir.
Cool.
Yeah, and they have produced more movies than anyone. I think they have a world record also. They produce more movies than all the industries around the world, even though those movies were not up to quality, but they produced. It's crazy, man. It's crazy. You should look it up. Kannywood and Bollywood. And sorry, Nollywood. Nolly and Kanny. Kannywood. Um, I used to be in the movie industry, which was like 5 years back. I used to be deep into production before I went into mining. And I'm still thinking of coming back because the Nigerian movie industry has a lot of stories that it hasn't told. But what is holding them back is the VFX for it. And I'm trying to, set up a nice server for all those renderings and stuff. So this is a project I'm looking at for the next 5 years, but I'm definitely doing it because I see the potential in it, and I know that the world will eat up those stories because there are stories that they haven't heard before, and we have gotten used to, Hollywood and Bollywood around the world, and we have heard stories from them over and over. It's time to give them something new, a
Are
different
are these
touch.
movies that are there now? Chef Daddy, Passport,
Yeah, Chief Daddy. Yeah,
yeah,
Chief Daddy. Yeah, are you on
Mama's
Netflix?
Mama's War.
Yeah.
Oh, this looks
The-
awesome.
Yeah.
Merry
Chief
Men.
Daddy is even a nice quality. Yeah, Merry Man. Um, you should look
O
at
O
this
OMO
cult movie
Ghetto.
too.
OMO Ghetto.
Omogeto.
Oh, this is awesome.
Yeah, okay, now if you watch Omogeto, you get the picture of what the ghetto in Nigeria looks like.
Nambi looks like an Avengers movie.
Okay, I haven't watched that. Nembi. I haven't watched that yet. But I'm sure if it's on Netflix, I'll find it and find time for it.
Butter Files.
But who? Please come again.
Is it Butter Files? I'm just
Okay, Butterflies.
yeah, I'm just listing off a horror movie. IGE or LJE.
Okay, I haven't heard that before, but it's possible.
Huh. Looks like a horror movie. King of the
You see,
Boys.
we have a King of the Boys speaks about a politician. I would recommend you watch that too.
Lionheart.
Lionheart, I heard was a love story. I haven't watched it honestly. It's Genevieve Nnaji. She's one of the top actresses in Nigeria here, world renowned.
Mm-hmm.
And there's this movie by Play Network. It's a cult movie. I would recommend you watch it. They didn't have VFX to push it to the max, but the story is beautiful and the quality is also reasonable. And it's Play Network.
That's pretty cool to see different venues of entertainment in other countries.
Yes.
The one I
Yes.
watched,
And
I don't know what it was, Bollywood,
this year is
and it was
watched around Africa.
yeah,
It's
yeah.
it's watched around, and so it's a new platform compared to Hollywood. And I feel as if, looking at what Wakanda has achieved, this is an African story that was not written by Africans, and they were able to tell it, and the world was able to eat it well. So I have a feeling if we give them more, they're gonna eat it well too, because it was produced with the best quality in the world, the best VFX, you name it, and it ended up, getting a lot of awards.